so might have been slightly unhappy. This is what happened. That was quite a clonk as well.
It was as well, yes, you're quite right. Lifting the back of the car off the ground, that might well have done more. It's not worked.
Yeah.
So wait for the impact behind, loses the back, and that's his session done. Where is he? 9th in the times, and that's it for Kai.
Making sure the car was okay to be recovered. You're going to see it.
He just spins, just locks it in the spray.
Yeah.
And that was coming past us, wasn't it? Just opposite the pits, opposite the team. Loses it, clatters the barrier. The recovery vehicle is on its way.
For position as they go on this all-important run down ultimately to the overtaking position. Look at them all sorting themselves out in order. Great start there from the top 3 cars.
And Lindblad, you saw going left and right, trying to break the toe from Freddie Slater, who is right there in the wheel tracks, and now he's getting the slipstream all the way down to Lisboa. What he wants to do, if he can, is to try to get up on the inside line. Lindblad covers that off. Charles Lewin gets a toe from both of them. Freddie Slater to the outside line. Lindblad locks up. Slater locks up in avoidance. He's going to go deep into the corner. Lewin gets up the inside, but he can't quite go through. There's drama, and that eliminates 2, 3, 4 already. And I think the first one that ploughed into the barriers there, well, that's going to go nowhere. We're going to end up with a safety rather than needing a safety car. This is how they all got there then. So straight through the middle, no chance of slowing down. Was the rather errant. But by the time they've gone and they've scooped up the leaders, it's all going to be too late. So here is how we lost Xiao Junpeng. It was coming through police towards Moorish at all. So getting a replay here of the reason for the safety car. I want to say that was Marco Lau going straight on.
Was it 86?
Ah, possibly.
I'm not sure.
We're about to find out how the accident happened. There's contact coming into the corner. Kabam, that's a very big hit.
It was a big hit, yeah.
And across the road and then hiding out of sight. But the contact from Vincent Ip.
Really busy.
But as long as they're all sensible about it. And number 2 in the background is Rolly Sham, who is 2nd in the times. So they, yeah. Oh no, they're not being sensible because there's another one in the barrier and he's going to hit another wall, and the driver behind slows and gets hit and gets turned around, and it's a mess, and that'll be another red flag. That was number 30 that didn't slow in time, Lo Hyung Pugh, and 2 separate accidents, red flag, and again that's not going to be resumed, is it?
That's going to be the end. Yeah, I was just about to say they need to take care in a big pack like that, because otherwise we're not going to have any more improvements. And we didn't, because on the previous lap there were personal improvements but no purple sectors, so no overall improvements, and the result of that is that we now have at least 2 very damaged cars that potentially won't be out for qualifying this afternoon.
Right, so have a look, because number 30 is the one that just doesn't slow and hits hard. So the bronze car, which there you can see gets shoveled around into the wall, had done the right thing by slowing and then got hit by Lo Hong Pugh, who was on a quick lap. And again, the session will not be resumed. But even so, it was a good effort by him. And now Se Kao-hung looks for a way through on the inside, look diving down towards Mandarin, which is brave, and he can't do it there. Ivan Sito maintains track position. So confirmation, 2:52.838, best lap thus far for the Hong Kong driver Se Kao-hung. Whoops, big crash in the background, and that's enough with the car in the middle of the road to bring out a red for the weekend. Here's how he did it. Just sideways into the corner, couldn't catch it, and that was a hard hit, nose first into the wall. Down towards our bend, the Urus safety car goes straight on and comes into the pit lane, and it's going to be the battle on for second place by the look of it. Ivan Sito versus Lamkan San. Green flag flutters on the start line. We're back racing then as the temperatures rise, and drama in the background, more cars in the wall, and that was 41, which is Vincent Yip. And who's the other one that's got involved with him? Rolly Sham.
Barriers are all okay. Now we see how it happens.
That's self-induced.
Self-induced, stays in the middle of the road, unsighted.
Bang.
Tap.
But there's more.
Yeah, wait.
Next man in.
Breathe in. Well done.
This is 33.
No, there's no way there.
Dane Bow way. Just a little nudge.
So yeah, order for the 68 car currently. So not in the top 13. Got top 13 on my screen. What was 68? Have you got the second screen there?
Sorry, 68, which is James Tang.
Oh, and, yes.
Red flag straight away.
Immediately.
and that's coming onto the pit straight. Sorry, I was looking for James Tang as all that was kicking off. It has taken out of the session 93, Wang Chun Hao, and who are the other two? 15 looking at us is Tian Kai.
Lim Ching Pang is the 69 car.
No, indeed.
We're going to see what happened here.
It is Paul Poon.
It is.
And he's just got it wrong, and it just clatters off the wall.
3 times.
Yeah.
It is. What did you say?
Pinballs.
Yes.
Circuit will find out, but right now they're nose to tail for the lead.
This is a great battle, isn't it? And let's hope that that car was just down the escape road. You hear the tyres.
Oh.
There's, yes. Oh dear. So this, isn't it? Oh, there was a correction. Car 23 was. I can't remember which car they said previously, but
Henry Lee, I think. To Sean Tong this time around. Could he, as we go green, then one lap to decide the winner of TCR Challenge Asia Race 2.
Look at Lo Si Ho as well. He in turn is tied to the back of Lee Car Hayes' car as they come down, and they get the green flag to change position on the run down toward. This is going to be very exciting down at Lisboa, isn't it? Through Mandarin they go. It is still Sean Tong who leads. It's Lee Kai in second place, and now coming under the attention of Paul Poon. Oh goodness me.
Big off in the background, and Ryan Wong is involved in it as well. Red flag straight away. Race stopped because we've got 4 cars involved. All of that started, I'm afraid, with number 35 getting it wrong. Lam Kar Chun, he was hit by Ryan Wong, and then others got involved as well. So here it is again. So Lam Kar Chun, he just loses it. Pure and simple. Can't slow the car down, hits the barrier, comes across the road, and Ryan Wong thinks, I'm going to go that way, but he ends up sort of hitting the brakes and spinning and being hit. And then the car that's hit him, look, comes across the road and gets collected as well. So look, Ryan Wong confronted with that car. Oh, I think it might have been hit from behind anyway, actually. Big impact. And then it's number 6 of Li Ju Yao is the driver that's got it wrong. So the Mercedes just loses the back. There's no stopping it. It comes across the road and crunch. And it's frontal damage, but you can see the debris just gets thrown across the racetrack. Red flag.
Didn't actually look that heavier.
Lap times offered. How did he get there? Did he fall? Was he pushed? He completely fell.
Already going, yeah.
Yeah. Head of the Cayman and clangs the guardrail.
Yeah, a bit of a touch.
Yeah.
Not too heavy. Car ended up in the middle of the track. And you're right.
This morning, the drivers have had a lot of time to go away and learn and think, and it's a Ginetta that has caused the stoppage. Ploughed straight on, very nearly ended up in Hong Kong. And the KTM did hit the barrier, got sideways, clattered it with the left rear, left front, left rear, left front, and then sort of skittled along.
The completely blocked track.
So he got it wrong coming out of Donna Maria, hits the barrier. Now he might have had a bit of help in that because there was another car close by, but then he ends up in the middle of the road and suddenly the car park forms, doesn't it?
It does, there is no way.
Boom! And this is how he did it, all on his own. Turns in, just didn't get it slowed down in time, can't make the corner, and bang. Relatively low impact.
Quite gentle.
Yeah. Ahead of Kevin Say, and the top 2 breaking clear.
Yeah, I rather thought the Lamborghini got the best of the starts as they went over the line. It looked as if the Lamborghini was just going to get ahead of the Mercedes. Darrell O'Young responded. They get around Lisboa. Not everybody gets around Lisboa.
Kevin Say gets tapped around, and the road is just about blocked, isn't it? So Kevin Say needs to try and wriggle out of there, but others, yep, there's a bit of a gap after.
That has the advantage. They bustle around in the background for the places. They have a look down the inside and takes the place away, but overcooks it, just gets away with second place, but oh dear, beat the lap. This is the run down towards Mandarin.
So that is Summer Chan, number 25, who blasts through the left-hander of Reservoir, still being chased by Lei Kit Meng. You're right, he has dropped back by about 0.8 of a second, and a big, big spin in the background, and there's one in the wall. Big, big damage around and around and around and around, and that puts bodywork all over the racetrack. And let's try and work out who that is. That, I think, is Action Chan, who has got it wrong in a big, big way. Yellow flag at turn 1. I suspect we might end up with a safety car, but there's a lot of damage and there's a lot of debris on the road. Lei Kit Meng sends it up the inside, dive down towards Lisboa. Job done. He's finally done it. And Lei Kit Meng goes second, and there's more mayhem. 2 more in the wall.
2 more in the wall at Lisboa. That was, for Lei Kit Meng, absolutely the perfect way to take the place away.
Safety car deployed, 72 in Lisboa. Very definitely Adrian Chung is getting away, but it's battle on for 3rd, 4th, 5th. In 6th, the blue car of Carson Tang. And it is going to be Adrian Chung then with an absolute best in the first sector, who stands on the brakes and goes almost too deep into the corner. He scrabbles round Lisboa as Sama Chan turns through in 3rd. It is still, therefore, Adrian Chung in the lead as toe-to-toe goes Carsten Tang there with Mo Kwok Sutter. There's more contact, 2 more cars eliminated, and 1 in the middle of the road.
Into the Macau hairpin, we're cleared down at Lisboa. This is how it happened.
So 1 gets sideways, others go wide, and then he's in the middle of the road. That was number 1. To the wall and a wheel off as well. It's a Lincoln Co that you see, and then it's an Audi that arrives far too quickly into the wall, and number 51 is
a pretty well known for touring cars. It's a pretty well known thing here, just slipping wide, coming around the corner, a nudge to the nose, throws the car back up to see the momentum that travels the car right the way around, and inevitably
Lung. And this is how it all happened then. So through the S's, big, big slide, and bang, nowhere to go. So Tony Chan was the one that got it wrong, and then Chan Lung got involved as well, just had nowhere to go to avoid.
A well-run, well-disciplined day yesterday. This is what happened.
Big lock-up, straight on, boom,
wow, that's
into the wall.
quite a clout as well to the barrier.
Yeah, and that has absolutely destroyed the right front, and it's done.
Pretty much in a class of their own, aren't they? It's a while before we get to see the 4th place battle.
Replay of drama, and bang, into the wall goes the link.
To watch. The advantage held by the leader, and we're just going to get a view of the car.
That's what we found.
Yeah, going off, and as well, watching Max Hart defending from somebody so close behind in the form of the 55 car of Martin Shi. And it was pretty much what Rob Huff had to do yesterday. Every time going into Lisboa, having to keep that neat, tidy, tight line into Lisboa. They all want to be 3rd, and that's not going to work, and it hasn't.
Andre Couto is off, Jack Young is off with nowhere to go, but I think also involved in that was Martin Tao. So now the battered Hyundai is heading up the hill. If Jack Young can get himself out of the mess, he can carry on in the race. Now here's the replay. Look, up the inside goes Tao. He tries to get past Yang Zhao Wei. He's over the curb. He's over the front of the Elantra. He bounces into Couto and puts him in the wall. But look, there's damage to the Hyundai. I think he's down the suspension. And then Jack Young has his own moment. He's all locked up. And that, by the look of it, is the FK2 Honda of Chan Lung. So it was 88 Aaron Kwok that ran wide and glanced the Honda as he came back. And that stuff's into the wall. Chan Lung, he was the innocent party that has, I think, hit the wall. Let's see if this tells us anything. There he is. He's sideways. Jack Young was involved with him. So Jack Young has been delayed. It was David Zhu that bounced off the barriers. But
going through practice into there, and it actually needs to be pulled back before it can be taken out.
That's a big hit.
It is, yeah.
And you can see the front well, so they can get basically clear of the melee. But this is Paul Aaron then just coming into the hairpin. So you've got the 3 Prema cars, and each one sort of goes wider and wider, and he came in too deep and then just couldn't turn. It was as though halfway around the corner it stopped turning. The car needs retrieving. That's down at Moorish, is it not? And he understeers it and wallop. That's enough to hook the left rear and then turn the car into the barrier, bit like we saw Zane Maloney yesterday at that corner. What
we were saying about the top for the right reasons, that's very disappointing.
And look, all self-induced, too much speed into the corner, and that was quite a big stop. Look at the way the wheel...
For the first time of asking when the session got back underway. Here we go, about to see exactly what happened at Donna Maria. Car just straight on.
Didn't hit anything.
Didn't hit anything.
But there, look, damage on the right front, even before Ugachukwu gets the damage on the left. So I think he glanced the wall on the inside that fired him wide. And
one of these things around the gear circuit.
Right, here you go. This is Solov. Too much power, loses the back, and that just fires him out wide, and bang. Now we need to find out what happened to Isaac Hadjar, and this is going to be the answer. He's already lost it. He's already hit the wall very, very hard as the car comes to an end. But theme of another Macau win is done. Here's what happened, Al.
It certainly is. It's the run down towards Lisboa. Neither of them can turn in. They both go straight on. And
down towards Mandarin with right in his wheel tracks then. Gabriele Mini, Alex Dunn, not such a good start as the car's powered down now towards Mandarin for the first time. Round the outside goes Alex Dunn. And it is going to be Luke Browning in the lead, but only just. Gabriele Mini right in the wheel tracks. Dunn tries to squeeze up the inside. Mini covers him off. Bogdanovic goes to the inside line as well, but Browning will lead into Lisboa.
Yeah, and Alex
Dunn in the wall.
Gets it all wrong, so into the barrier. Bogdanovic is right there. So if we look back from Gabriele Mini's car, we will see this manoeuvre being started by Dino Bogdanovic. He looks over, you can see the car. It's Lisboa. Identify both of the cars in a couple of moments.
May have been No Leon, number 18, No Leon, the Mexican driver for Van Amersfoort. A big off there, into the wall, the Prema car. That is going to bring out the yellow flag. Now, which of the Prema cars was it? I fear it might have been Paul Aaron. It was that kind of part of the order, but we'll check in a second then as the car, with the safety car now being deployed, is off the road, and that was a big, hard hit. Flame still licking the back of the car, but straight away the safety car is called, driver out safely, but that was a big whack. And it was Paul Aaron, so he's okay, quickly out of the car, but that's done a lot of damage to the back, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. There was a big lick of flame as soon as the car made the impact, and it was good to see him get out of the car. Paul has climbed through the safety catch fencing and leaves the car smoking. You can see the smoke coming from the back of the car. That's going to need dealing with very soon indeed.
Wow, it's taken the back completely clean off, hasn't it? That's how hard the hit was. Liquid on the ground and a wheel off as well. It would not surprise me if this weren't a red flag race suspension situation now.
Yeah, because the car has caught fire now, so the smoke.
There, more of it. Now this is on board with Sophia Flörsch. You can see the tyre marks, you can see a wheel off. Look to the right, there's the wheel in the road, or the tyre that's come off the rim. There's another big witness mark on the road. And as Sophia Flörsch gets into the corner, by this stage, Aaron's car, well, there's the first bit. There's the rear wing and the rear wheels, and a nose cone. And then round the corner is Aaron's car up against the barrier. And there's the flame that suddenly erupts. So Paul Aaron is out of the car okay. Now back to the between them, and so here is the replay. Let's see, it's bang into the wall. It's number 23, Nicolas Solov. That's his third crash. Macau drive for this team. It's a little bit different at BMW, as that's Kevin Estre making a rare mistake and going off the road. Augusto Farfus is with his regular team. Sheldon van der Linde is with his regular team, and I wonder whether that gives them the advantage. And let's have a look. The Ferrari, too much speed into the corner, not enough lock. Understeers towards the barrier. Picariello has nowhere to go. He gets a tiny tap in the tail from Kevin Estre. He got a bit lively ahead of him. This is what Yi Hong Lee did. He clipped the tyres on the inside, the barrier on the way in, went wide into the barrier on the outside, bounced.
Who in turn is having to defend from Daniel Giuncadella, who is in turn defending from the BMW of Augusto Farfus. That's the run down through Mandarin, and this, the all-important run down towards Lisboa. Marengo right with Raffaele Marciello, pulls out to the left-hand side. They are oh so close, but they go in single file. And goodness me, that's was that Augusto Farfus just collecting a little bit? Ultimate concentration that you need in these cars around the gear circuit. There is no room for relaxation at any point around the gear circuit. And once again, Eduardo Mortara coming into this section looking very pacey indeed in third place.
Look at the background. Sheldon van der Linde's BMW was all over Daniel Serra's Ferrari like a rash, but he's not quite been able to get up alongside in time. And a big crash for Adderley Fong. Adderley Fong is in the wall. It's goodbye, Kitty, because that, I'm afraid, has done damage to the barrier. There's debris all over the racetrack. We're going to have a safety car, and Adderley Fong's Audi is out of the Macau GT Cup. Safety car is called, and that is a very badly damaged Audi. It was sideways, it hit the wall, and he tried to turn away from the next wall, but he just couldn't. It speared it across the road at huge speed. That is a big accident, and Macau has bitten again.
Yeah, it certainly has, and very, very well lassoed together.
That was Kevin Astra dive bombing Earl Bamber, so they might be representing Porsche, but no love lost. And then there was contact that takes the rear diffuser off Aston's car, and Christopher Halser says, "Thank you very much." Through he goes, 2 places handed on a plate. It's Christmas.
Thank you very much indeed. Up San Francisco Hill with the job done, and then you see the car buried
in this. Here comes the replay then, marshalling her up the inside. I think it was of John Filippi, and just understeers, bang, into the tar stack. And John Filippi says...
Robert Mikulic has gone top, Nestor Girolami second, Rob Huff shown as third. We'll come back to the timing screen. But Marco Butti, he very nearly did this earlier on, remember, by understeering out wide, and he's done it good and proper this time in the Hyundai, clattering the wall.
Yeah, big bang on the right-hand front of the...
Go on, we wait for the lights to go out now, and a good getaway is made. And job done. Round the outside into 4th place, and then bang, one of the Lincoln Co's hit the wall. And
just bringing up the rear. Oh, rider down. Someone is clipped. Is that more? And Shoots is also. Nadia Shoots unfortunately couldn't stop in time, but so rider down. That's a red flag. I'm pretty sure that will be a red flag. Oh, we're going to get a replay. So the bike had gone down and clipped at this point, but this is where Olivia Shoots comes round unsighted. In fact, she reacts to the bike being. So here's another angle. So that was Nadia Shoots, and that's Marshall's and everyone else involved. This, oh, it's at the end, so it was Camille Holland just at the finish. What a shame for the Czech Republic rider.